Hello, friend. Welcome to my video blog. Welcome to my home. You can see you kind of in my living room, in my kitchen here, my condo, and I'm just working from home today, and I realized I didn't make you a video this week. So thank you for being here, for taking a few minutes of your day. Give me your energy for a few minutes, and I hope this message serves you or serves somebody that you care about. So if you like this video, please share with a friend, share with somebody in your family that might benefit from this message. So a lot of the messages I share are things that I'm experiencing myself or some of my clients are experiencing. So I really do my best to give you like stories, scenarios that I'm living through or my clients are living through. So this has to do with a blog I wrote this week. So maybe you read my blog about how do we really change and why we need to veto, why we need to deny those negative narratives that show up in our mind, and they drain our energy, they hold us back, they feed self-doubt, they feed fear, and why it's so important to veto those stories. So before I even go there, let's talk a little bit about change, right? I'm sure you're that curious person that might say people don't change, or change is hard, or like me in the beginning of my journey as a coach, you wondered why some people make massive changes and other people don't change. And then you have these people in the middle who want to make changes. They even hire a coach, work with a therapist, go to the seminars, go to workshops, and still have hard time change, right? So there's a spectrum. People don't want to change, people who change, and there's people in the middle that kind of want to change. And I want to talk about this kind of want to change. So a lot of times I get clients that come to me because they tire of being tired and sick, so speaking. They're not sick. They don't come to you because they're sick, but they just tired of feeling a certain way, tired of not being able to find love, tired of like feeling tired, tired of feeling depressed, tired of hating their jobs, and they're ready for a transition and they need help in that transition. So they come to me, and assuming I have the tools to help them, I take them as my clients. And a lot of times, you know, I apply the strategies, I get to know them, and I apply the strategies that I have developed myself through years of coaching and learning through my own life. Also, I apply strategies that are NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. There are a lot of tools, a lot of strategies in that model of therapy that help people to change. A particular one that I love is called mental emotion release, which I do over the course of like 2 sessions or one long session, 6-7 hours, where we identify the limiting beliefs and the negative emotions that are holding the client back, and we release those beliefs and we release those emotions. All nice, easier said than done, because I find there is one step sometimes that I miss with my clients, because my client might say, yes, I'm ready for a change. And so I'm presupposing there that client made a decision to change. But there's a part of that decision that I'm not able to see initially with a client, which is, has the client truly made 100% commitment, made a decision with the heart and soul of make a change? Because that decision needs to be there, because otherwise it doesn't matter the strategies, the tools, the therapy models that I use or any other practitioner uses. If that decision is not really clear, if that person, if you are not in full alignment with, full congruent with that decision of changing, and you're like, you have a little bit of conflict still, conflict maybe because you have a secondary gain, meaning if you let go that persona, if you let go some of your habits, if you let go some of your beliefs, it brings fear, it brings doubt. So you might have a conflict. So I'm saying, even if there's like, imagine this line here that is full congruence between the mind, the heart, the spirit, and you're ready for that change. Even if this is misaligned like 1 degree, that's enough to create inner conflict and to interfere with that decision. So a lot of times after a few sessions with my clients, if I see that my client is repeating the same old habits, even though we already apply some strategies, I need to sit down with them and have this big heart-to-heart conversation about decision. And a lot of times they ask, Alex, I don't know, I don't know how to change. And I say, you need to make a clear decision that you want to change. That needs to be there. So I create a little model here for you. I hope you can see. But this is what happens when we are in that stage right here that we wanted to change. Usually there's pain. We are experiencing pain, suffering, dissatisfaction, life, unhappiness, anger, sadness. So we are in this place that we call moving away from pain. Hope you can see here. I'm going to get a little taller. So there's this place here, moving away from pain, which is an initial catalyst that pushes us to seek a therapist, to seek a coach, to go to a seminar, to read a book. Is that push like, I'm tired of feeling a certain way. So a kind of decision happens there, but you can't just kind of make a decision, just like you cannot kind of commit to a relationship. You can kind of commit to opening a business. You need to give it all. You need to play fully out. And with that, you jump into the unknown. That's why a lot of people have time changing. When we want to change, we're talking about letting go beliefs of 20, 30, 40, sometimes 50 years. And that can really shake the core, the ego or identification or very physical side. The ego is the part of us that help us to identify who we are. I am a coach. I am an athlete. So there is a health aspect of the ego, of course, because without any identification, I think it would be very hard for us to just experience life at all levels. So because we are humans, we will experience the ego. And again, we can have a healthy relationship with the ego, but there's also a very unhealthy part of the ego that holds those identifications of, like, for example, you can identify as like, I'm that person who will never make a lot of money. I am that kind of person who finds love and I always lose the love. I am the kind of person who is always afraid of change. So those identifications, limiting decisions that you may have made along the way since you are a child, they are affecting your ability to move forward. And you might not know exactly what those beliefs are until you work with somebody like me or another practitioner, a coach, a therapist. So let's go back to this graph. So initially, we want to change because we're in pain. We want to move away from pain. And we make a decision 100%, and you work with somebody or you read a book and you're using strategies, models, tools. But this is the trick as well. One part of change, of course, is making 100% commitment with your decision, whatever it is. You want to change your body, you want to change your relationships, you want to open your heart to love. You make a decision. 100% commitment, not 99.9%. Okay, 100%. And then you apply the strategies. But then what's going to get you here to the place of where it's peaceful, it's enjoy, a place that you enjoy, a place of happiness and fulfillment. You need to find a reason. You need to love a cause, have a reason that is so strong that what's going to drive you here, it's love. Because moving away from pain is just an initial push. It's good to have that, but doesn't have enough life force to get you to this place. Because think about this. If we're constantly moving away from pain, let's suppose money. My issue used to be money. And I would say, I'm tired of not having money. That's moving away from pain. I am tired of being broke. I'm tired of going out with my friends and worry about how much that bill is going to cost. I'm tired of telling my friends I don't have the money to do those trips with them. You see, that's all moving away from pain. If I just use those reasons to change, I wouldn't be where I am today, which is a much happier financial place. So I needed to find a love. What is something that I love so much that would help me to improve my financial fitness and move towards something that I love instead of moving from pain. So moving towards love sounds like this. I am creating financial abundance so I can travel to Brazil anytime I want and see my mom more often. I'm working towards financial abundance because I want to take my friends out for a nice dinner and pay for everybody. So money meant community to me. Money meant love, more expression of love for me. So then all of a sudden, the driving force behind making more money is not the pain, it's love. So this is super important. So again, let me recap this because it can be a little complicated. So what is going to help you to make change? First of all, it's awareness. We're going to run to the A, B, C, D here. It's the A, it's awareness. Awareness that there's a problem and you're tired of that problem and you want to make a change. So that's the A, you're aware of that problem. Then B, it's belief. You need to believe in yourself that's possible. It's not about believing if it's possible, focus on the how I'm going to do it. Don't worry about the how. You need to believe that's possible. You need to believe that, like, I don't know how, and I believe I can make this change. So the belief needs to be there. And that's another reason a lot of people fail changing or they go back because they don't have the belief that they can, because maybe, you know, their parents never believe in themselves or people keep putting them down. And if people are putting it down, it's your job to say no to that. So B is the belief. C is commitment. You need to make 100% commitment. Just again, as you went, if you enter a romantic relationship with somebody, and I think we all done this, that we're kind of committed, but not 100%, right? And we know that you need 100% commitment with everything. So the C is for commitment. The D is, of course, decision. You gotta make the decision, stick with it. So there's not one part of you that wants to go back. It's 100% decided to make a change. So that's the A, B, C, D of change. So find the love, make the decision. You're moving away from pain, and then find your chief dream, your love, why you want to make more money. What is your why? Why you want to open a business? Why you want to find a new career? Why you want to open your heart? Then you creating a future. When you do that, your energy is going towards the future, designing a future that you want. What's holding a lot of people back from change is that they want to change with the same mindset, the same emotional state of the past. That does not work. That would be like you want to change a career using the same skills you used on your past 10 years in your old career. It's impossible. So if you want to improve yourself, be a best version of yourself, make the changes. You also need different thoughts, new mindsets, a different emotional state. So you have a different state of being. So you focus on the future. So I hope that was clear. I basically gave you a summary of like a lot of coaching sessions here in one video. So you can start to understand why you had a hard time making some change in your life. And maybe right now you're in a place that you feel stuck and things are not happening for you. And so analyze this little map. Are you using moving away from pain as a motivation? Well, that's not enough. There's no enough life force here to support, to sustain your change. This is just initial. Or are you 100% committed? Or you were just 90% committed? So think about, are you moving away from pain? Are you 100% committed? And number 3, did you define your love? The reason that's going to get you up every single day, the reason that's going to give you discipline to do the things that you don't want to do. That love that is going to encourage you to show up every day. You got to show up. You got to play fully out. That's how you make authentic changes. And it's all about the type of person you become in this journey. Not so much about the outcome, not so much about the goal, but who do you become in this process of change? And the journey can be very rewarding, and it has some tough spots, but it can be I believe it's always rewarding, because even through pain, in this process of change, we always growing and evolving. So for me, I take it all. For me, I don't have a bad day. It's always a good day because I'm always, even in my sadness, even sometimes in my anger, even sometimes my tears, working with my own teacher, I know I am progressing, and that's always rewarding. So that's why there's never a bad day. So that's what I want to share with you today. If you have any question about what you heard in this video, send me a question. I'm happy to support you, to answer your question. And if this work interests you, schedule a 30-minute free complimentary session with me, and we can talk about what's going on with you and how I can support you. Or if it's not me, it might be somebody else. I might have a referral for you. But don't be stuck. Don't be in this vicious cycles of feeling and thinking and feeling, and nothing changes, because that gives us the feeling that we're stuck. And we're not really stuck because we're always moving, but you can be moving like a, what is it called in the river, an eddy, that it just moves around, and you don't feel like you're going anywhere. And you want to be always going down the river with the flow of the water. And you know, there's always a bump here and bump there. So you learn how to navigate the waters, just like a surfer learns how to surf better. So yeah, let me know if you have any question, and I look forward to speak with you again. And join Fit to Thrive Facebook page. Today is the last day I post videos on my personal page. Every content, coaching content, personal growth, all my material is going to go to Fit to Thrive page. So make sure you join the page and share this video with friends and family who you believe might benefit from this as well. Thank you so much. Have a good day.